I'm not actually doing a show tonight. I'm just testing my Twitch setup. I had some audio problems last time. So we'll see if we sync up correctly this time. Probably not, but that's why I'm doing a test. So I kind of just want to go over some of the stuff I'll be doing in the regular show. So let me see. What's a good thing to talk about? You probably already heard that the guy who played Dr. Octopus, and I don't see the article now. I should have saved it somewhere. I'm so glad I'm not doing a real show. Okay, but and I forgot his name too. But you probably seen this rumor that the guy who played Doc Ock is coming back to Spider-Man 3. There's actually a story about Spider-Man 3. Okay, here it is. Well, they got a video. Let's see if I can play this video.
Big news! Alfred Molina is reprising his role as Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2 for Marvel's Spider-Man 3. Now this confirms a lot of things. It opens up a lot of doors. It also presents a lot of questions. Let's jump in. Everybody's gonna be in Spider-Man 3. Alfred Molina is playing Doc Ock. Jamie Foxx is playing Electro. J.K. Simmons is playing J. Jonah Jameson. There are probably going to be more OG actors from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire, more cast members from the Amazing Spider-Man movies from Mark Webb starring Andrew Garfield, going to play a part in Spider-Man 3 with Tom Holland. Now we know the big villain of the film is screen time. How is Tom Holland going to get any of it with this crowded cast? Once upon a time, we thought Kraven the Hunter was going to be the big bad of Spider-Man 3. Now we know everyone is the big bad of Spider-Man 3. Personally, I don't think this is a Spider-Verse movie going all in on the multiverse, going all in on all of these stories and traveling to different dimensions and everything crazy. I think a Spider-Verse story is going to come further down the line because it seems this is going to lead straight into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Because you guessed it, yes, Benedict Cumberbatch also in the cast of Spider-Man 3 as Doctor Strange. There's more people in this movie than not in this movie. This could be the setup of a Sinister Six. Now we have two members of the Sinister Six who could be forming that group, a multiverse version of the Sinister Six with Fox's Electro, with Molina's Doc Ock. You could have Tom Hardy's Venom come in. We don't know if Venom is part of the main universe canon in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You would think it was separate. There was no Pym tech or references to the Avengers in the Venom movie. Venom Let There Be Carnage could set this up. Morbius is coming out. Michael Keaton is there as his Vulture, Adrian Toomes, in the post-credit scene of the trailer. We don't know how that connects to the MCU or doesn't, where in the multiverse that Morbius universe lies. So there are a lot of ties, a lot of potential for major Spider-Man villains from different cinematic universes to come together in one Spider-Man movie in Spider-Man 3. If you go back and you take a look at how both Alfred Molina's Doc Ock and Jamie Foxx's Electro died in their respective movies, both went down with a power source. Doc Ock sank underwater with a power source. Jamie Foxx was yeeted out of existence by an overload of electricity thanks to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Maybe those power sources didn't kill them, but just sent them to another universe. I don't know. There's more questions than answers at this point, but one thing seems for sure. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are probably going to come back as Spider-Man for Spider-Man 3, 3 Spider-Man, whatever you want to call it. It's supposed to come out in December 2021. Maybe we'll get more information soon, but you can bet as we get it, we will have it for you right here on comicbook.com/Marvel for more updates. And if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to talk more, you have any questions, I love talking about this stuff. Hit me up on Instagram at BrandonDavisPD, and we can talk anytime you want. I answer comments, not DMs. I'm happy to talk to you. Go to comicbook.com for more updates. I'll see you there.
First thing I will say is that guy talks really freaking fast, and he puts out a lot of information really fast. I'm kind of jealous. I wish I could do it like that. I think he was reading off a script or something. Had to be. He didn't say a lot either. I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret. I do a lot of editing on my videos just because I mess up so much. I am not a natural speaker. So I just got to admit that I'm not a natural speaker, but it's easier to pay myself, which I pay myself $0, in case you're wondering. It's easier to pay me than hire somebody better than me. And plus, you got to work with the other person's schedule and all that. It's just a big headache. And you got egos and all that. No, I don't want to say it that way. I want to say it this way. You know, when I argue with myself, I usually win. So that's a plus with using myself as talent. But I am not a natural speaker. I suck at speaking. I was in a speech class when I was in elementary school. Anybody else was in one of those speech classes? I was a Southerner growing up in a southern state, South Carolina, and they put me in a speech class. That's how bad I spoke. So yeah, that was one interesting story. I actually should go back to that. Comicbook.com is so good for stuff like this. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about this. How likely is it that all these people will be in this movie? Can it be done? Yes. Does Disney have the money? Yes. I also read a report that Charlie Cox from Daredevil, the television series on Netflix, which Marvel got the rights back to, he's also going to be in this. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Because I already did a big video about this whole thing. You can see it on my YouTube channel. Let's go to it. So as you can see here, yeah, I did a. Okay, so let's go over it, guys. Let's go over it. So Jamie Foxx is supposed to come back. Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Alfred Molina, Charlie Cox, Tom Holland, J.K. Simmons. Seriously, I would say this is unlikely. It just seems like way too many people. But here's the thing. Here's what is in the favor of this being true. First of all, Sony wanted to take Spider-Man out of the MCU. Why? They want to do their own universe. They were going to do their own Spider-Verse. They were going to do like a cinematic universe with just Spider-Man and the Spider-Villains, the Sinister Six. That's what their plan was. Marvel negotiated with them and said, look, we will give you money, this big pile of cash. And we don't know what else they offered Sony to keep Spider-Man. My theory is that they offered them, hey, look, you can create this Spider-Verse as long as we can continue to use the character. So this is an attempt to accommodate what Sony was trying to do in the first place, which is create a Spider-Man Spider-Verse, but keeping him while keeping him within the framework of the MCU. And how did we do that? Well, we throw in Doctor Strange. I forgot to mention that. Benedict Cumberbatch is coming back as Doctor Strange. And that's how we're going to create, obviously, the multiverse. So that's my theory. So it all makes perfect sense. Spider-Man is going to be huge after this because the way I see it, you can have all kind of spinoffs. You're going to have Venom spinoffs, the Sinister Six spinoffs. We always got that Morbius movie coming out. Who knows what they can do? They can do a black. Who is it? Black Cat? Or am I thinking of DC? I think it's Black Cat. But they can do all kind of spinoffs using these characters because Spider-Man really is the Batman of the Marvel universe, which is to say, if you were to eliminate every other character in the DC comic universe and just left Batman, he can do his own thing. He has so many different villains in his universe alone. There's so many stories you can do just in Gotham and not have to worry about anything outside of Gotham. The same way, and it's the same thing with Spider-Man. Spider-Man has New York is so big and so multifaceted, and there's so many characters in New York. In fact, Daredevil and a lot of superheroes are mostly in New York. So it just all makes sense that this, I don't know. It just makes sense that they're bringing all these people back. They're going big. Sometimes you got to go big, or go home. You know that old saying, "Go big or go home." It's crazy though. It's crazy. But naturally, the skeptic in me wants to say we haven't gotten any kind of confirmation from the studio about this. And a lot of people complained when I made this original video about the whole subject. When I made this video, people were like, because I thought I had two sourced videos and one sourced article from Fandom Wire, and it turns out those two sourced videos were actually using the Fandom Wire story as a source. So my point is, it was a one source video that I did, and I didn't know it at the time. So I kind of backed off a little bit in my mind, not publicly, but the skeptic in me wants to think there's no way all these people are going to be in this movie. The more they keep talking about, the less I think it's likely. But as for the reasons I already outlined, I could be wrong about that, and it could very much be a real thing. So let's hope it is a real thing. Why not? Why not? Well, there we go. Catwoman is the DC. Black Cat. Is it Black Cat? I am so confused right now. Is in Spider-Man. Black Cat is in Spider-Man. But yeah, that's all I got for today. I'm just, like I said, if you had a problem with the way this video looked, just know that I am doing a test. So I don't expect to actually do Magic Hour, I think it's 22, episode 22, until Sunday probably. Maybe Saturday. Probably Sunday though. So look forward to that. Hopefully that'll be my regular time on Twitch. I hear on Twitch there's so many different rules. One of the rules is people have to know when your show is coming on. So we're going to try to do that. I'm going to just try out I'm going to try to do this real slow, starting out, and maybe branch out a little bit after that. But I don't want to do too much too fast. It's always a recipe for disaster. But that's it. That's all I got. Subscribe, like, and comment down below. Ring the bell so you know when my next video drops. And I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching.